here I am. I have been filming with the side filming with another extra helping of filming. So I will have a surprise for you on TikTok today. I'm excited to show you because it's going to be more helpful. And if you don't have TikTok, do not worry, I'll post it here tomorrow. TikTok just always gets it first, and the only reason why is because I can edit and label in TikTok so much easier. So if you're like, I don't have TikTok, it's okay. You're gonna see it. It's so fun. I'm so excited. It's something I've been wanting to do. It's 10 times more work, but you know what? Y'all are worth it. So I want to do cool tones, but I want to do thinner brows today. Jean is goblining in the corner. So I just have my true brow tutorial here on my saved highlights. I'll refilm it and put it on YouTube as well. But for now, it is on my saved highlights. So all I have in my brows right now is my Too Faced Fluff and Hold, and I'm just waiting for that to completely dry. Okay. And if you hear absolute horrifying goblin noises, that's my kitty cat Jean. He's the snoring, snorting goblin in my makeup room. So now I'm going to grab my brow pen, my Valentino Brow Trio, and I'm just going to draw a few hairs. I didn't want them to look too full. I really would rather them look thin, but I do have some sparse areas, so I'm just going to fill those in ever so lightly. I really don't want to overdo it. I'm going to overdo it. I feel it in my bones. I'm leaving it at that. So what we're doing here is we're actually starting with clean canvas. This is the one that we use quite often, mostly almost every day. I didn't use quite as much. And the reason why is because I'm using this to kind of turn this into a tacky base. This is a MAC paint pot. These are known to dry down and they dry very quickly. And that means that we're not able to blend and layer and have as much playtime. And sometimes when we just use these, we see texture on the eye and we don't get a really nice smooth blend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use clean canvas kind of as a mixing medium for that paint pot because I love the color. The color's where we're going today. This is where we're going. This is the makeup town we're going to. But I need to slow that dry and even not have it dry at all. So clean canvas is going to do that underneath. But if I was just wearing, hang on. But before I send you out into the world all creasy and a mess and mad at me, this type of vase, the one that I have on my eye right now, this one is going to need to be set. And I set as I go when I do my eyeshadows. So we work in those sections and we just make sure everything is nice and set. I don't set with translucent powder before that. That being said, this would set on its own, but again, we talked about how it can be add a little bit of texture and it just doesn't, it's a formula I think that needs a touch of an update. But I want to use it today because if I mix it with the clean canvas, I'm going to get the results that I want. So I'm going to take it and I have it on my C31 and I'm just going to start to darken up that crease. And this is not going to set because it's mixed with the clean canvas. I might be repetitive, but it helps to sometimes hear things more than once. It does for me. So let's layer that in here. So we do want to make sure that it doesn't have to be perfectly smoothed on top, but let's smooth it. I'm going to show you. That looks nice. Same thing over here. Nice. Now this is going to be perfect because we have some really nice cool tones here. I am actually going to grab this shade right here. This is from City Color. This is their grunge palette. For the price, City Color. We talked about these and I'm actually going to post a post for them tonight. But these, they don't crease. They don't move. We'll use these again. Not today, we're doing cool tones, but we're using this. Please check out City Color. So we have that color on one side of the brush. We're going to flip it towards the ceiling. And I'm just going to darken this up a little bit. The thing with cool tones, let's talk about them. They can be intimidating. And the reason why is because they kind of show a lot of mistakes, but most of these mistakes, like even this right here, that's what we're going to fix later. And I'm going to show you how to fix it. And another reason they're intimidating is because cool tones tend to be a very delicate shadow. And why? One of the reasons we gravitate towards the warmer tones is because those colors, they're a very strong pigment. And strong means that if I blend back and forth, it's not going to patch up and it's not going to fade. But cool tones, you have to be a little bit more delicate with. And that's something I wish somebody would have told me. Now we're going to grab Sheila. We're just going to wipe off the brush. Get out of here. Jean's over there sleeping. Now we're going to take this and I'm just going to start to smooth this out. And I think I want to do a beige lid. Yay! I love makeup. I already filmed an entire look today and I told a lot with that look. And then I have something else I want to film after this. I just got a fun idea. So I love it. I have so much fun doing it and there's nothing else I would rather do. Just pushing that into the socket. Now I'm going to take white eyeshadow and I'm just going to press it here. I only grabbed a tiny amount, but that's going to keep everything a little bit cooler. Jean is doing some serious snoring today. Apparently him and his granny stayed up very late last night, into the wee hours, crocheting sunflowers. I can't make these things up. Honestly, it's too much. And I think from now on he wants to sleep with me because she just goes to bed way too late for him. I mean, y'all know he works 3 jobs. The white I'm using is from this Bake Up palette. I know that these are spicy priced, but I cannot stop using them. They are so useful in so many ways. I'm gonna film some videos on other ways to use them. I mean, we even talked about cooling down shadows with blue. We've talked about so much. These are just amazing, and I love how small they are. I do not enjoy large palettes. I have found that out as I get older. There's a palette, let me show you. This is just too big to me. It's too big. And another thing is, I know a lot of times we see a palette this big and we're like, oh, it's amazing. It has so many colors, I'm gonna use it. A lot of these colors are so close in tone and depth that we're not really getting as much as we think. It is beautiful, but I have tried this a few times and I just feel like the look just always comes out looking very similar to the last look I did with this palette. So I know we like the idea of these big palettes, but sometimes they just blend out to be the same. Plus this thing is huge. Okay, so I run a really nudie nude lid, so I'm actually gonna grab some white because it's gonna brighten this up a little bit, and then we'll set it with another color. I have a vision. Look at me looking around. I swear I can see. So let's grab our C30 here. And now, don't worry about carving. I'm not carving, but I do need this to be nice and even, and I could use my C31, but I do want just a smidge more precision. So we'll use the C30. If you ever want precision, you're gonna reach for the C30. But again, I'm not coming in here and swooping and doing a perfect cut crease because I am gonna blend it into the crease a little bit, but I still want. Ooh, that's nice. Now let's take a powder foundation that's too light for our skin tone. This one's about, I don't know how many shades lighter this one is. 2.5. Yeah, about 2.5. But it's gonna act as a really pretty beigey lid. Yes, and I'm just using this. I'm a mad scientist. I'm just using the side of an E28. How pretty and bright that is. You can push it into the gray. I'm gonna actually add some more gray in a second, but for now, let's just set this. Isn't that pretty? The perfect beige for me. And with whatever is left on our brush, we can take it across here. Smooth all that together. Still gonna clean this up through here, you'll see. Now I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that gray and just smudge it in here. See how it's kind of cascading onto the beige. And I'm using the tip of the brush to push that into the socket. In fact, let's take some more of the gray. Just take it on one side and let's go through here. We haven't done this kind of eye in a little while. That's pretty. Now I think we should do a tight line situation. This is MAC line. And I'm just gonna shut my eye, and I have it tilted up for my top waterline, shut my eye, and then tilt it down for my bottom. Let's use the black. This is a matte black. And I didn't want to do a wing today because I know I do wings quite often. I love wings. I'm sorry, I'm a wing loving lady. But we're gonna grab our E27 in that black eyeshadow and just press this as close to the lash line as we can. Oh, that's so pretty. Isn't this black eyeshadow nice? And don't forget that we can turn our head. Let's clamp on our lash here. Ooh, that's nice. It kind of gives a nice elongated look without the wing. Somehow it happened and I'm now dark enough to wear this foundation again. I bought this last summer. She's a summertime rose is what she is. The color is going to be a little off until it dries. I remember that about it because I was like, oh, ooh, that's yellow. But one thing we've learned is that we have to wait for everything to dry down before we make our decision. And yes, I really enjoy this foundation. It's very, very, very thin but pigmented, and that's something that I look for and I recommend you look for. No matter the skin type, if you can find thin makeup that's very pigmented, that's what we want. Makeup loves thin layers. I say that almost every single day. And I really do like this. And I know this is jarring, but I promise this next slide I'm going to come back. I'm not going to do anything to it. And once it dries, you're going to be like, oh, but then also, see, it's already better. I was going to say when a foundation does take a while to dry down, it can be very, very, very confusing. I wish it wasn't that way, but I'm here for you. I'm here to help. And a lot of times we'll go in the store and we'll just swatch it really quickly and then we don't wait 10 minutes for it to dry down. And this happens a lot with anything that claims to be long wearing. Anything that's long wearing, we need to wait for that to dry down before we pick out our color. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's just makeup formulas. Maybe one day it will change, but for now, wait. Just wait. And what you're seeing me do is I'm taking foundation I have on the back of my hand, very tiny amount, just almost non-existent. You see that? And then what I do is I kind of just push it around here because we don't want to cover that up. But what we do want to do is kind of tint it. We want to tint it back to our skin tone. And then I'll just take it all the way across. Perfect. I'm going to use this Senna Cosmetics concealer. This is truly my perfect shade. I don't have to fix it in any way. It's a really nice pinky peach. Perfect amount of brightness. So pretty. And I'm going to take this through here. Going in heavy today. I just feel like being spicy glammed. Let's take our C31 and blend this out. That looks nice. And I'm gonna try to not angle that upwards. I'm just gonna angle it this way a little bit. Try not to give it that cat eye effect. Just trying out something different. I do the cat eye effect quite often. I like it. But I know that we all like different things. So we're just gonna tap it out this way. Tap through the center. There you go, you can see it now. When it's that wet, it has so much glare. We're gonna do our Gerard Cosmetics pink powder today. This one's super pink and I love it. I just thought the pink and the gray would be so pretty together. So let's set the under eye. So blurring. And then I'll set the center of my face. Kitty cat's purring now. Let's grab our Mauve bronzer. Can't stop, won't stop with this one. It's just so pretty. I love it. And I did do a light, very light setting. Whatever was left in here, I just lightly pressed over. Now, to ensure that we're not going to have fallout, I'm going to take that brush that we used earlier. Remember, it has that white base. Let's go right underneath here, get it tacky. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab that gray that I'm blinding y'all, I'm sorry. We're going to grab the gray that we started with, and since we have that tacky base underneath there, we're not going to have fallout. We love that. Ooh, that's nice. Look how brown it makes my eyes look too. I like it. And what you just saw me do was adjust the brush. I was holding it too far up this way, and I have more control and lighter pressure if I hold it further back. Look at how pretty. I like the idea of this peachy pink with the gray. I think it's going to be what we need. And also, this is such a cool, it's so cool, such cool packaging. I'm overwhelmed. It's like, I love it. And these are from Half Magic, which I love. I remember I was going to use these, and then I think that they weren't even released yet. And then I didn't want to get in trouble, and then I hid them from myself because I do that a lot. And now I have them back out. That is gorgeous, buildable, smooth. The formula is really cool. It's kind of like a squishy, yeah, you can see it there. It's a squishy formula. So pretty. And let's do a warm lip. This favorite lip products at the moment. I'm gonna go get you a link for the website. So we're gonna throw this on. I love this for me. It's so pretty. Okay, and before that dries, and I like these because you have quite a bit of time before it does dry. We're gonna grab this warmer lip liner and start to create our definition. See how easy that is? Same thing under here. And then we can take our finger before it dries and just tap towards the center. I'm not blurring this edge. I'm blurring the edge towards the center of the lip. Now let's top this just with some shine. Ooh, that's pretty. And then look, it doesn't transfer. I really like these. They're super comfortable. Okay, the brows are fun. I like them. They're chunky and piecey, but then like thin. I like it. Eyeshadow. That's fun too. There's a fun time being had here on my face. Now I'm super excited. I love you all so much. Tomorrow we're gonna do a no makeup look because honestly, I need to get myself under control. This is starting to feel like I'm not even wearing that much makeup. Things need to change. I need to bring it back because right now I'm just like, well, you know, we could just add some sparkle or maybe a green inner corner. I need to be stopped. We'll do no makeup tomorrow. I love you so much. And I will see you in the comments tonight.